to protect America from the lawlessness, the violence. There's a choice here. There really is. Just got a text message on the My Pillow from David. Mike, I have great respect for Police Chief James Craig. When the riots began nationally, I thought for sure Detroit would be hard hit, would be one of the worst. But since the Kwame Kilpatrick days, we now have Mike Duggan, we have James Craig in charge. They're fixing the city for the better. This is we're at a tipping point, and we honestly have to decide what we're going to do about the future of the country. And the media is all in. The media is all in. The media is lifting up violence as if it's some kind of a heartfelt, peaceful. And listen, there are people who are devastated by the 9 minutes of George Floyd's videotaped death. It was horrifying. I saw a video last night of some lady screaming at the police outside the federal building, just screaming and wailing and crying, and I'm so mad, I'm so mad. And I share what we all share in the heartbreak of that terrible case. What has happened since is so far removed from it, it isn't even funny. Here's the president just moments ago, and we'll take your phone calls, I promise, coming up. 800-655-MIKE. What happened, here's the president leaving for Texas, talking about the presence of federal law enforcement to try to protect the federal courthouse from being burned to the ground in Portland.
But Portland, we'll give you a little report on Portland. We have the courthouse very well secure. Our people have done a fantastic job. You hear all sorts of reports about us leaving. We're not leaving until they've secured their city. We told the governor, we told the mayor, secure your city. If they don't secure their city soon, we have no choice. We're going to have to go in and clean it out. We'll do it very easily. We're all prepared to do it. So in Portland, they either clean out their city and do the job and get rid of the anarchists and agitators, which is what they are. They're not protesters. They're anarchists and agitators. We have many in jail. Many of them have been put in jail, and it's going to be a long sentence. They either clean out their city and do it right, or we're going to have to do it for them.
So I apologize for the whirring of the Marine One helicopter. It's always hard to hear that audio. But he said, listen, if you couldn't quite make out what he said, these are anarchists, these are rioters, these are not protesters, and we're going to stay there until they secure their city. I've told the mayor and I've told the governor, we're going to be there until they secure their city. And again, who do you want in control of things right now? 800-655-MIKE. Jerry has a good point about how long these violent mobs will be acting up. Hey, Jerry, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Hello, Mike. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And I just wanted to say real quick that your voice is so important, and your actions and supporting financially the officers, families who are killed in the line of duty is doing God's work. So thank you so much.
Support our foundation, Gallagher's Heroes, the Fallen Officer Fund. Too many officers, and what they're going through right now, Jerry. I mean, how about the officers possibly permanently blinded because of lasers being shown in their eyes the other night? You see that?
I did, Mike, and those type of actions. I'm out about 5 years now. Those types of things never would have gotten to that point. So it's terrible what's going on, and I blame the Democratic local leaders for that. It's their responsibility that this is happening. Unreal. Mike, I have a very, very serious concern about this well-orchestrated and George Soros-financed anarchists that are out there right now, specifically on Election Day, because there is no question in my mind that they will harass, they will intimidate, They will even try and assault people exercising their right to vote. And I believe that they're going to be targeting the suburbs and the swing states and scare the living daylights out of people. My question is very simple to the Republican National Committee. Where have you been? What is your counter plan in order to stop these tactics? I never, ever hear from them.
So, Jerry, a very legitimate concern. There's no question that these tactics, which are being, frankly, tacitly endorsed by the Democrats and the left, they're going to continue to employ these tactics all the way through Election Day. They're going to stop at nothing to get the election result they want.